Cool.
Nice. Okay. Last one of the day, unless you have something to add. Oh, no, not last one of the day, because I'm going to read some super chats at the very end. And maybe there's questions. If you left a super chat, I will get to it. If it's been saved, this is a new thing that we're going to address some audience questions. So that's interesting.
Yes.
So I'll get there.
Okay.
Like a little butterfly in here.
There's a moth flying around.
You know what that means, right? No, neither do I. This one is very near and dear to my heart. The best pizza in every state in America. Actually, it ranks different states by their pizza caliber. If you get far, the 10 best pizza states. You know what I mean?
Oh,
like the
okay.
best state
Right.
for
Yeah,
pizza. It's not really very much of a surprise in here, but it was speaking to me because, my favorite pizza spot as a kid, it closed up a while ago, and I go past, I shed the single tear every time.
Yeah.
I'm not over it yet. I mean, so much so it's ingrained in my kids. My kids know that I'm missing a particular pizza spot. So much so that I consider on a semi-regular basis how I can revive it.
Yeah. You talk about it many times.
Like I need to reach out. Anyway, Naples Pizza, if you know, you know. It's like 12 people that know.
Not in Naples, but an actual restaurant.
Named the Naples Pizza. Yeah. And it wasn't the fanciest pizza. It wasn't like now where the thing looks like a piece of art. It was to the point pizza, but done correctly is what it was. And so yesterday, I'm out there. Where am I? I'm in Smithville, Ontario.
Okay.
Shout out Smithville. No, not Smithville. I'm in Grimsby, Ontario. I did go to Smithville, but I was in Grimsby, Ontario.
All right. Okay.
You ever been there, by the way?
Grimsby?
It's a small town, little downtown thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very
I think
small.
I might have passed it at one point.
Very small.
Yeah.
Oh, you pass it if you go to Niagara Falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, you passed it. You didn't go in there. Anyway, I went in there, a little place called Noni's Pizza.
Okay.
So shout out them as well. I bought a large. With the two boys, it was gone in a second. And they wanted more.
What'd you get?
And I said, you know what that reminds me of? That pizza right there reminds me of Naples Pizza. And it said right on the door, 100 years of tradition. It had a picture of Noni. Right there. And they never expected a shout out, but now they got it. Anyway, let's get back to the root of the story here.
Sure.
The best pizza by state, and we're gonna have to scroll down quite a bit here because it's a comprehensive write-up, and I understand
look at this little dot here. It's very...
And I understand it because that's the way you gotta, I mean, pizza is a whole thing in and of itself. Coming in at number one, and this is obviously going to annoy individuals in New York City, but number one is New Jersey. And we have a picture here of a pizza that,
Wow.
and by the way, this is foodandwine.com. The individual David Lansel did this article and did the testing. This pizza that we're looking at, it looks like it has almost no cheese, possibly no cheese on it. But look at how the crust is charred up with the wood burning and the tomato is crushed on there. And I believe we have oregano. We have some sort of spice going on. Would you eat something like this, Will?
Of course I would. This looks delicious.
Amazing. Well done. Well, he showcases a couple of different operations, pizza operations inside of New Jersey, in Jersey City, which he says that's the pizza. And you know who's near there is Marquez, so he needs to hit these places up if he's a pizza guy.
Yeah, if he hasn't already.
Because he's over there. He's near there at least. And so he's got to get to the bottom of it, especially if it's number one. Coming in at number two, we have Connecticut, and it's actually kind of a similar looking slice, actually. Now, this one looks to have a little more crust, but still not as much cheese. And I'll just tell you something that happens here, because sometimes I'm in different pizza moods.
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you something that happens here. Sometimes, if you limit the amount of cheese, you appreciate the tomato.
Of course, yes.
All of a sudden, the tomato just comes flying at you. And if the cheese is out of control, it steals the show. And all of a sudden, the tomato can disappear. So I'm curious about the tomato approach. I think when it comes to pizza, you have one of those two approaches. They're either going to cheese you up or they're going to hit you square in the face with a tomato. That's a tomato pizza there in Connecticut.
Yeah.
At least the one that's being highlighted. I don't know. Does he have a couple other ones from Connecticut if you click to the right? No, the same one.
Yeah.
Same one twice. Coming in at number 3, yeah, of course you got to have NYC. And I don't even think New York's going to be happy with third place in this guy's list. But it's well established. I've had great pizza in New York. New York City pizza's everywhere. It's a pizza city. Number 4, things start to get different because we go to Chicago. And now it's a whole different pizza situation.
They're
Now,
known for the deep dish.
did you have that? Have you-
Yes. Not in Chicago, but I've tried it. Very good.
Chicago style.
Yes.
When I was in Chicago, it's like, you know what it was?
What's that?
They say you don't want to order a large, you won't eat it. And I say, well, you can't eat the large, you know. And they're like, no, it's filling, man. It's like
It's like a bucket.
exactly. It's so deep
Yeah.
coming out of there. But there's a time and a place. I would say for me, in most cases, that's going to be not what I gravitate towards, the Chicago style. But there's a time and a place, man.
Yes.
There's a time you might need it. Shout out Brad Hall, Chicago.
Yeah.
And here we have Michigan, which looks like an in-between almost. That looks delicious.
Oh, with the crust here?
That Michigan pizza looks delicious.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's many different takes. That's a bit of a deep dish itself. It's many different takes out there. You got California coming in and Pennsylvania and some more traditional looking slices. There's so many ways to do it. I'll never stop when it comes to pizza. I'll never stop. I feel like I might need a whole pizza channel, Will. I hate to break it to you.
Okay. You're just rating pizzas?
I hate to
Or
break
making them?
it to you.
Oh, okay.
That might be what has to happen next.
Yeah.
It might be a whole pizza channel because pizza has a special place in my heart.